Hello everybody, what's happening? You're here with Dave on NZBlokes.co.nz and I have a question for you. Have you ever considered why pirates are always so happy? Not really sure myself, but I think it's just because they are. Sorry, I couldn't help myself there. As you may have guessed, we are taking a look at the swashbuckling high seas adventure from those blokes over at Ubisoft. It's Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. You take on the role of another one of Desmond Miles' genetic ancestors, the privateer turned pirate, Edward Kenway, as he seeks fame and fortune out in the Caribbean islands during a period of time known as the Golden Age of Piracy. The West Indies were rich with pirates, plunder, and empires fresh out of war with each other. This setting makes a very different type of landscape for an Assassin's Creed adventure to take place in. First of all, the play area is huge. Piloting your ship, the Jackdaw, around the islands is a great experience and very enjoyable. After a few of the longer routes have been established and you've synchronized Edward with the ports, you will be glad to have access to the fast travel between locations for the story missions. However, if you're after a bit of larceny on the open sea, then you'll have a literal blast out on the ocean waves as you do battle with ships from the Spanish and British navies. Once you've crippled the ship, you can board it, do battle with the sailors and take what is yours, as the saying goes. If you find yourself feeling a little bit seasick, there's plenty of islands to shore up on. The ports of Havana, Kingstown and Nassau all make appearances and will give you a change of pace from life at sea. All of the staples from the previous Assassin's Creed games show up here, and of course there are some added extras for this latest addition to the series. The story is interesting, and has a very different approach from previous Assassin's Creed games. Without giving anything away, you'll find it to be a great place to get into the series if you've missed out on previous AC games, but if you've played all of them before, everything will click nicely together as you're making your way through both the past and modern day sections that the game offers. One thing that I found to be a little troublesome at times was the free running mechanics in the game. They seemed a little hit and miss for me. Also, when I was in the middle of some crazy combat on the deck of a ship, it could be hard to see where the attacks were coming in from as the camera started to close in. Also, I'm just going to mention the graphics. We reviewed this on the Xbox 360. Whilst it certainly looks very pretty, you can see that there are a few jagged edges here and there. I suspect that on the PC and next generation consoles this will be a much shinier experience. Still, when it all comes together, the game feels fluid, dynamic and well crafted. The freedom that this game gives you to explore the massive play space and the depth and breadth of activities that you have at your disposal make this a huge and highly playable adventure. It's a 7.5 out of 10 from me. Thanks for listening, blokes. This has been Dave.